you kind of laid out the fact that there's maybe some stats being hidden. No, although there is truth being told, there's some context clues or stats that are potentially missing the conversation completely. Special teams plays have been attacked for being, high percentage injury plays. And then you said that there were some more stats that basically say, well, on artificial turf during special teams plays, the stats say that these. Where do you hear these stats? And am I getting that accurate? And what are your thoughts on how it would change and if it would change?
Pat, there's a study underway to determine whether or not the perception/reality of kick plays and punt plays being less safe than the NFL wants them to be. Is that a product of the play itself? And look, we know the risk, especially on a kickoff return. You have a couple of guys running at full speed. They crash into each other. They've made strides over the years to try to make that safer. But as this goes farther and farther, as they explore the college rule of a fair catch within the 25 just gives you the ball at the 25.
Don't do it.
Why even bother bringing the guys out? Why even bother bringing the guys out?
Don't do it. It's terrible, Mike. I don't want to hear it. Let's just keep it out of the conversation, out of the universe.
So the question is, if you go back and look at the data, and my understanding is efforts are underway to do this, is it an issue of playing surface for kickoff and punt returns being more dangerous than it is inherent to the play itself? So if we would just change all the fields from artificial turf to grass, would this concern be addressed? And would we not need to mess any further with special teams? That is a question that's been asked, and it's in the process of being answered. Now, the NFL may not like what the evidence is. They may not want to tell these teams everybody's going to have a grass field and not some piece of shit grass field, a good grass field, a Green Bay style grass field. If they can do the grass right in Green Bay, in Wisconsin, in that climate, how in the hell can they not do the grass right everywhere? But it's, it's too expensive. It's easier to just put down the fake stuff with all the chewed up toxic rubber pieces and just call that a football field.
It's fascinating because you're saying that they keep trying to change the play. Let's change the field that it's being played on. This could be an indicator, though, or maybe a little bit more heavy hand into the direction of building grass stadiums, grass fields, you think? Because I believe, and I might be wrong, you'll know more, and this will kind of lead into the next conversation, Mitchell Rales and Josh Harris.
Yes.
Rales, Pittsburgher. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Born in Pittsburgh. I think he grew up in Bethesda, Maryland, though. I looked, but, hey.
Still.
We'll claim him. Was born in Pittsburgh. They're going to buy the Commanders, allegedly. You can tell me more information from what you know. You certainly know more than we do. They're going to have to build a new stadium. They're definitely putting in grass, right? They're going to put in new grass. The Walton family, the Denver already has grass. If they were to do the $100 million in upgrades that they took the money from the fund from the NFL, smart business, love that they did that. They're going to they would put in grass. I think all the new owners, potentially new money, are going to want to put in grass. Do you not think that? And do you think that there's a chance that that's going to be the thing that changes the entire league? Or how do you think it ends up being the grass-fielded league, the NFL?
Hey, Pat, here's what it comes down to. And I'm very happy that the NFL Players Association did that survey that came out 4 weeks or so ago about the teams that treat the players right, the teams that don't, the teams that give the players free food, the teams that charge them for their food. I like the idea of shaming the owners into running their teams the right way. And if you're going to run it the right way, if you truly care about the investment you're making in these players, tens of millions of dollars invested in your players, you're going to put them on the best possible field so they can stay as healthy as they can be. And look at what the Walton Penner Group did last year. Like, for one final regular season game, they weren't happy with the field. They tore it up and put a new field in for one game.
See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the kind of mindset that they need to have in ownership.
Yeah, and, well, there's some owners, that people just think they're just trying to make money. And then they say, well, they spend money on players. Well, they have to. The CBA says they have to spend money. So it's always kind of a miscommunication in it all. You know the game better than anybody, though, man. The business that they run at the NFL is so stupid. Florio, the position they're in right now, dude. Succession the other night, they're saying had 2.3 million viewers or something like that. Succession was obviously highly anticipated. Who knows what ratings are real and what ratings aren't real, right? Like, honestly, how do they figure it out? I'm excited to learn that someday, and hopefully some AI will be able to keep track of it. The NFL has like 15, 16 million people watching every week, multiple nights of the week. They just dominate everything in this content-driven business with sports gambling coming into the play, with whatever other platforms are going to want to get into the business. They are just about to take off, I think. Do you have the same feeling? And is that why Roger Goodell was... Now, he didn't get an extension. It was alleged he was going to get an extension. But is this what his legacy is, you think, Florio?
Well, yes, and I think he will get the extension. He'll work on that job at least until he's 68. Who knows how much longer he'll stay after that. You know, people say all the time they're amazed. The Steelers have had 3 coaches since 1969. The NFL's had 3 commissioners since 1960. That's amazing. And I think Goodell is going to stay indefinitely. This may not be his last contract. He may work into his 70s. Who knows? He's healthy, he's fit, and he just keeps going. And the game keeps growing.
We go overseas, and these soccer players are running 9 miles, and we realized, we was talking today, all of their fields are grass. Do you think the NFL have done any research while we've been over there playing and compared that to the research that we have here as far as the surfaces that we're playing on?
In fact, man, I think they may not want to know the answer to the question. You only do the research on the questions you want to know the answer to. And I think there's a good chance they're just content to keep doing what they're doing, playing as many games as they're currently playing on artificial surfaces and not using grass on a widespread, regular basis. So, yeah, I think if they want to find the answers, it's not all that hard. Talk to the players. Do you ever hear a player say, I'd rather play every game on artificial turf? No. Or do they say, I'd rather play every game on grass? Over and over and over again. They want to play on grass. They want to play on grass. They want to play on grass.
Yeah. Them going over there and asking the stadium people, hey, this is really nice. How much you spend on this? Oh, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I do not.
This is really nice. This is really nice. I think I'd like something like this. Oh, wait. No, shit. No, sorry,
is there 6 layers to this thing? Yeah, we got a concert venue, obviously, for one, that they can just pack people onto the field completely. Then we got a basketball court, just in case you guys ever want to bring over that. Okay. We got tennis right here. Then we got and then we got a turf one, and then we got a grass one up top. Those are all just stacked on top of each other? Yeah. How do you keep the grass one fresh? Well, we have these, like, you ever meet a marijuana grower in the back room, at a false wall? We got these red lights that are basically all over it with a system underneath it, irrigation system. It's like, that's got to be expensive. They're like, yeah, like 20 million or so. No. Look at this shit, dude.
That's awesome.
Genius.
It's insane. They just have layers underneath it.
Yeah, and that whole new stadium, I think, when we looked it up, was only $1 billion versus the Rams, which was obviously $8 billion.
Which makes no sense. There's a computer graphic one of, I forget what stadium it was. It was bananas.
It might have been this one, like with the 5 below.
It's crazy. That's a good point. The NFL owners always know how to make the most money in anything out of everywhere, so I guess we just got to assume they're going to make the decision that's best for their pocket all the time.